Browns and the Texans. Roland, did you have any takeaways from this game?
My biggest takeaway is CJ Stroud is already more accomplished than your boy Justin Herbert. So that's my big takeaway.
Big time takeaway. Yeah, I mean, I honestly was surprised the game wasn't close. It's 45-14. And I know we didn't pick the Texans to win, but we did say CJ Stroud needed to be a star for them to win. He was a star, and they won. The Texans defense really came to play. They got 2 picks, 4 sacks, and Houston never turned over the ball. And even though Cleveland dominated, time of possession didn't matter. CJ Stroud's that guy. I think this is just cementing that even more. The fact that he had a playoff game, showed up against a good defense, and he was able to get it done.
It was pretty much a perfect performance from CJ Stroud. Like we were saying in our predictions for this game, CJ Stroud needed to be perfect for them to win. And he was. And it turns out he probably didn't need to be. 16 for 21, 274 yards. All he does is throw it deep. You know what I mean? 3 touchdowns against what was the best pass defense in football. I mean, the cojones on this guy. For real.
Oh, yeah. He did everything. He proved everyone wrong. Rookies can win in the playoffs, apparently. And he just took it to another level. Turning the tide to
my big question for you here.
Yeah?
Okay. After that performance. I know CJ Stroud is a really young quarterback. It's his first year in the league. And it's hard not to overhype a guy that's playing this well at his age. But where do you have him ranked as of right now?
He is
the best quarterbacks in the league.
He's top 10 already. Somewhere probably between 7 and 10, I would say. Mostly because in the rankings, I also want to consider, can you do it multiple years? Can you do it multiple times, right? Like, even currently comparing him to a guy like Justin Herbert, I know Justin Herbert's had multiple good seasons. CJ Stroud has just done it once. Well, his one season has looked a lot better than a lot of what Herbert has done. It's only been 1 year, right? So, we have one-hit wonders happen all the time. So if he can do it another season and show like, hey, there's no drop off with me, I mean, it'd be hard to not put him in like top 5 number, like honestly top 5, like, because he's been playing better than guys like Jalen Hurts, who's considered a top 5 QB, but Hurts has had more good seasons than him, being 2. So, we just have to, I like to see the longevity part a little bit, see if you can do it multiple times, right? Kind of deal.
Let's lean into the Herbert, because of course I'm a Herbert hater.
Yeah.
If you're gonna pick a quarterback for the next 10 years, who are you picking?
I'd rather have CJ Stroud. I think he has the it factor that Herbert doesn't have. I think that's probably the biggest thing with Herbert is Herbert has all of that talent. He has all of that ability, like all the talent with any of those other QBs up there, but he just doesn't have that it factor or that edge that kind of pushes guys to be clutch, push teams over the edge to win. And I think CJ Stroud has that. And so that's why I would pick him over Justin Herbert for the long term.
100% agree. I would take him right now over Justin Herbert, because how many times this season did Justin Herbert either have the opportunity to close the game out, ice the game, put it on ice with a game-winning drive or a game-sealing drive and not do it, or have 3-4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, only down 3, and have the ball in his hands and not be able to finish the game out? CJ Stroud does the exact opposite. When it's time to win, all he does is do that. So I'm picking CJ definitely over Justin Herbert, which would put him just outside the top 5, probably ranked number 6 for me. Mm-hmm. Simply because of the fact that I can trust him in the clutch. If I need a game-winning drive, he'll do it. And we haven't seen that out of Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert, the only playoff experience we have from him is blowing a 27-point lead. CJ Stroud, the only one that we have so far from him, is completely dismantling a team that no one thought they would beat. Let's be honest. I'd say about 90% of people expected Cleveland to win this game, and it was not even close.
Well, not only that, I don't think people like myself, I didn't expect it to be 45-14 in favor of Houston. If Houston was winning, I thought it'd be a closer game, probably in the 20s, but they just completely picked them apart. And CJ Stroud has done nothing but exceed expectations, right? There's that Ohio State QB curse that everyone talked about, and he's easily come in and he's better than all the other Ohio State QBs ever were already. And people have just always been doubting him from the start, which I think is kind of interesting, right? He was taken second to Bryce Young. Everyone's like, oh, Bryce Young's the best. He's going to be the best QB in this draft class. And, he still has time to be good, but just the things we've seen out of CJ Stroud, it feels sustainable. It doesn't feel like a fluke. So, he's just going to keep going out there and proving people wrong.
It's weird because all he does is make big plays, but he's also conservative at the same time. He doesn't really have the Josh Allen issue of, big player bust mentality, trying to squeeze it into three defenders. He just lets the game come to him in a way where it just looks easy for him. He rarely turns the ball over. And every single pass that he throws, it seems to be 20 yards or more down the field. We already said that he was the best rookie. I already said, I don't know if you agreed with me or not. I already said he was the best rookie quarterback to ever play. This just solidifies it.